Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Back out here in the shop. Going to be finishing up this cab today. Got a few little things to get tied up on it, some loose ends. Then I'm going to roll it outside and get it power washed so it's ready for painting tomorrow. So let's start with that, and got a few more things we're going to get done with, like the engine here. We're going to get the engine, some of it tore apart too, so I can get it washed off and get it painted as well. But yeah, we'll start with that, and by the end of this video, you'll probably see that cab painted and potentially back on the frame and even the motor back in the frame. I don't know. We'll see kind of how this video goes, but we are in the final stages of getting paint laid down so we can get reassembly of this truck so we can get it out on the road. Also, just wanted to thank you guys again for everybody entered in the giveaway. I appreciate that. It's been very eye-opening to know that there's a lot of people that follow what I do, so I really appreciate that. And I want to apologize to all you people that got reached out to, that people trying to scam. I never would have thought a small little channel like me would do a free giveaway and people would try to scam you guys. I'm really sorry about that. I will always personally contact you, whether that's through Facebook or whatever. I know some of these people are probably acting like me when they contact you, but I'm sorry guys. I did contact the winner and he, got his stuff on his way. So, but once again, we'll be doing more of those in the future, so stay tuned for some more giveaways. Finished up last video by getting a lot of this ready to go. Got a few little things to finish up, like this hole I need to make a little bigger, clean up some of all this stuff, and make this cover removable. So we're going to start with all that, and I think that'll pretty much do it for the last little bit to wrap up on this thing. So get that stuff done, get the stack brackets off the back of the cab and the lights off the top of it, and we'll get this thing outside and get it washed. Well, here's what I'm thinking. I got a little more I want to do on this thing, but I'm running out of daylight to get this cab washed and stuff today. So I'm going to try to get this thing outside and get it washed first, and then get it back in here and finish that removable panel and some of that kind of stuff. Because, I can work out here late on it and get things accomplished, but it's hard to wash in the dark when you can't see nothing. So I got a little lawn trailer I'm thinking about putting underneath this thing, with some 2x4s across, and maybe that'll work to wheel the thing out. I don't know. We're gonna try it. Around here I do the sketchy stuff, so don't really have any other way to get it outside very easily. So I don't know. We're gonna give it a try, see if that works. It's outside, maybe not the best way to do it, but not much of a choice. But hey, I think it works okay. The only problem is that there's flat spots in those tires. They're solid rubber, and so it does a little wiggle every once in a while, which is kind of scary, but I think that's gonna work. Let's get this thing power washed. It's all washed out. Got the outside washed. I got the bottom side the best I could. And all the paint wanted to come off this fender, so I just kept going and got all the loose stuff off. But yeah, it was a little cold out there. But it's back in here where it can warm up and back on the lift where it's safe. Yeah, it was a little sketchy maybe on that trailer, but we work with what we got. Look who showed up.
Hi.
Chelsea and the dog. So she wanted to help a little bit tonight, so I'm going to have her peeling the stickers off the side of this truck. So does that sound like fun to you?
No.
Oh, well.
I'll do it.
Well, she's going to get put to work, so she's got to learn that she wants her truck done. She's going to have to help me a little bit. So it's just the way it is. But anyways, well, let's get some stickers off the truck. Wow, you're hired.
It's very satisfying.
Do you want a full-time job?
No. I mean, yes.
Yes? No? Which is it?
I don't know.
Well, you guys are getting to see a little bit of her now, but yeah, definitely when we start on her truck, she's gonna be in probably every video. So, but convinced her to not read tonight and come out here and help me do this. So, I'm taking off lights and stuff, but she's got another door to do. Just trying to get this cab, cleaned up, ready to paint tomorrow. Hey, what are we doing? What are you eating? Hey, what are we eating?
Everything.
Ugh. Hey, can we not eat stuff, please? Is that possible?
They know I'm a puppy.
I guess he's a puppy. He eats everything.
No! Wait, I can save it. No!
So close.
No!
Todd, I told you she was going to tear it up.
I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was hidden under the stuff I'm chipping off.
Yeah, so that's what the Bondo was covering up, a nice gaping hole. So,
Surprise!
gonna have to figure that out. Wife got this stuff all cleaned up. I'm gonna have to cut a patch in up there because we found that hole up here. So I'm gonna have to patch that here in a minute. But all the Bondo's out. There's a little dent there, but that'll give some character. So I think we're okay with that. Her and Max are sitting over here taking a load off. But I've been working on this removable cover here. So I got this piece cut out. I have this piece ready. I got some holes drilled in it, and I'm gonna go up in there kind of like that. I'm gonna drill the holes through to this top side, and then I'm gonna put rivet nuts on this plate. So the rivet nuts will be here, and the bolts will come down through the top down in. So that's kind of the plan. So I'll put you on some time lapse, and you can watch me build this thing. there it is. There's our removable cover. There's 4 bolts from the outside, and there's 12 that you can get to from under the dash. All rivet nuts, and then these 2 are for the wiper motor to mount. So that whole piece will come out to give access to the top of the engine. So one last thing I'm going to do before I go in for the night. Yeah, there's a problem there. There's a little So I'm going to cut this piece out. I'm going to put a new piece on there. And Todd had the idea of making some little pieces that look like stitches over top. So I'm going to work on those too, but I'll weld it in and then try to make it look like it's stitched in there. So we're going to give that a try. There it is. There's the patch. Did them little stitches on it, something Todd thought would be cool, so they're pretty neat. I don't know, I think I like how it came out. Well, I think I'm gonna go in for the night. It's like 1 o'clock again, so always out here late, but that's all right. Just got to clean up the floor and tape the windows off and put up our paint booth, and we'll get to painting this thing. Well, another day out here in the shop. Nobody painted the cab while I was gone. I hope maybe somebody would do it, but I guess not. So, got to clean up this mess. There's crap everywhere. So, yeah, got to clean up a bunch of stuff and get our paint booth put back in. And we're going to paint the cab, paint this stuff, the deck plate. Todd's bringing the stacks and the tanks. We got to touch up them some. So, yeah, a lot of painting today. There it is, booth set back up. Got everything sitting out ready. We're gonna paint the bottom of the cap first, then paint the underside of the hood, paint the underside of the deck plate, underside of everything basically. And then we'll lower the cap down and paint all of it, inside and out. Master out here mixing his paint again. Hey, you got better. You got better at pouring that since the last time.
I've had a few times to learn now.
There you go. With this special mixing technique here, I think that works good. What do you think?
Yeah, this is the only way to do it.
Did you see that on a YouTube video or something?
Yeah. I'd say they're doing it in red Solo cups too.
Heck yeah, that's the best.
Today, let's just do a fun little painting and just enjoy. See there? And that here, you can drop in a happy little cloud. This is only base color, so don't worry about it. You really cannot make a mistake here. painting should make you happy, should bring you freedom.
Well, today's Chelsea's birthday. I know the air compressor's running, but I gotta go. So
I'm gonna stay painting.
he's gonna stay and finish this thing up, and I guess we'll see it together when we get back.
Right.
Good luck, buddy.
Hopefully your garage still here.
Yeah. See you, man. I gotta get in and get a shower. The wife's gonna kill me if I'm late. Well, we're off to go get Texas Roadhouse for someone's birthday. So she's all excited, and yeah, so she didn't kill me, so that's good. I guess maybe if we don't make it to Texas Roadhouse, she's gonna kill me, but I think we'll be there. So, but happy birthday. Everybody comment happy birthday below to Chelsea.
Thanks.
Well, we're back from dinner, heading to the barn. First looks on the cab, see what it looks like. I can tell you one thing, it smells like paint. And yeah, he's definitely got the tanks and the stacks laying in here. So what do you think, Max? Huh? What do you think, bud? You ready to go see the truck? Come on. There it is. Look at that. The hood's all black. Look at that cab. I have never seen one murdered out like that. That's pretty cool. Inside's all black too. Yeah. Man, that came out good. Came out real good. What do you guys think? Deck plate all painted too. He said there's some light spots. He said he ran out of paint. So, but no, the hoods look really nice. Here's the front end and some of the other parts up there. Came out good. We'll be putting this thing together here for too long. Did also drop off. So the international things are copper, and then the badges he did. And look at that. That's pretty cool. He cut that on the CNC. So it's got SPC in it with the copper inlay behind that. And then fuel tank straps. You know, he's got them painted. And so these are going to have a copper inlay behind them. The copper's actually sitting up here. So I'm going to take some of this and we're going to put it behind these straps so you can see the bottle through them. That'll be kind of cool. But yeah, I do have to do some reshooting on the stacks and on the tanks. Scuff them up and repaint them. But hey, we're getting close. Get them. What is all that? Huh? Is it snowing again? Did you get him? Get him, Max. Get those snowflakes. Did you get him? Huh? Are you a tack dog? Well, it's Monday. Had a chiropractor adjustment, some stuff this morning. So now it's time to go out here and get to work. But this place is a disaster. So, yeah. Needs a little bit of cleaning. There is junk everywhere. And the plastic's all still up, and there's tanks laying everywhere, and you don't even want to know everything that's over there. It's just a disaster. So, all right, we're just going to clean everything up here real quick. You ready? Hey, look at that. Good job, Max. You helped clean up, didn't you? Everything is back in a place. Cabs are moved around. Got this cool desk. Had a guy just reach out and say, hey, you want this desk? Sure. So I'm going to have a new desk. I'm going to end up building me a little office kind of over here in this area, put a couple walls up, and yeah, put my desk in there and just have a little spot where I can keep important stuff. But no. So we're gonna get on to working on this motor today. So I got it power washed the other day, but now we're going to tear it down a little bit and paint some stuff and clean some things up. And Max, are you gonna help? I think Max is gonna help too. So that's the plan for today. We'll get that motor straightened out to where it's ready to go back in the truck, and we'll get the frame rolled back in here and get the engine back in it and get a bunch of the standalone wiring and stuff on it that we have for the engine transmission. Well, there it is, back together. Todd said some subtle copper, but he didn't want too much, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Got the turbo cover and the pressure line, and then I painted the valve cover black, and then I took a rag and sprayed the copper on it and then just dabbed it to kind of give it that, I don't know, just kind of a different look to it. And then I painted the injection lines. So I don't know, just give it a little bit extra when you open the hoods and see some of that stuff. But now that I got all that stuff done on the motor, now I'm going to tackle this standalone harness. So this harness is from Diesel Conversion Specialist, and there's the part numbers and everything for this harness. This is for a 08.5 to 02 24 valve. So this is for just the VP motors, but this is all it's in the engine harness. There's not a whole lot there, but like this is the main plug for the computer. This goes to the pump, I know, and I don't know what all the rest of these go to at the moment, but I know that you got map sensor, you got cam position sensor, you got data links, there's all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna get this harness put on, and then this is goes with this harness. This gives you an OBD port that goes inside the cab. And there's your little fuse block. It's got some fuses and stuff in it. So yeah, I don't know that I'll have to hook this one up yet, but I wanted to at least get this one on the motor and our one-wire alternator. So all this stuff can be purchased at Diesel Conversion Specialist. They have all this stuff. They do it for Cummins swap stuff. They do Ford stuff. They do Duramax stuff. They do all kinds of stuff. But they're actually building me a harness for the International that we'll be putting in later this year. So, well, let's get this harness figured out and put on, and see if we can, I don't know, just keep going. Well, there it is. The harness is on here, but I think I got an issue. But this is water temp. You have TPS sensor, the crank sensors down there, the main plug for the computer. This is air intake temperature sensor, and then this is the map sensor, and that is supposed to go to there, but just doing some VP stuff back in the day, I can recognize that plug is for like the 2000 01s, and this has got the triangle, so that's the early one. So I don't have the right harness, I'm assuming. because everything else plugs in. That's the oil temp sensor, but then there's a crank sensor down there. I don't even have a wire for the crank sensor. So I come over here thinking, well, maybe I screwed something up when I told them. And the harness they sent me is a 2727, which should be for the right year. And this one's a 2719. And this one's a 2722. So I don't know what I got, but I know this is the chassis side, and I think all that's right. It's just got the fuse box, and this plugs into the engine harness, gives you your OBD port and all that. And then this goes to the tack helper, which is this little guy that I got. It'll help get tack signal. That plugs into there. So, I mean, there's not... So, this harness I think is right, which is this one. But I don't think this is... I don't know. Something's not right, because it's 2719 and we need 2727. So, I guess I'll have to call them in the morning about that and see what we got mixed up. But, for the most part, I mean, it looks like it's very easy plug and play, so pretty happy with that and excited to get the one for my truck. But very clean. I don't think there's anything wrong with their harness. I just think that maybe somebody pulled the wrong one off the shelf. I don't know. It's all good, but I'll call them tomorrow and get the right one coming. But yeah, engine looks nice. I'm happy with how it turned out, and we may put this back in the truck, in the frame tomorrow. So yeah, one step at a time. Well, another day out here in the shop. It's way cold outside, like 2 degrees, but 60 degrees in the shop, so can't complain about that. Well, let's get the frame pushed back in here. It's been outside. The motor's close to ready to go in. I'm still waiting on that harness to figure out what's going to go on with it. But well, the frame's in here and it's all warmed up now. So all the frost and snow's off of it. So let's go on ahead and get, I want to go on and get the motor put back in it. Should have a harness here in a day or so for that. Do that and probably go on ahead and put the wheels and tires back on it, because you gotta torque and put Loctite on the adapters. That's what they want you to do with them. So it takes a little more time to put those on and get them right. So probably gonna do those two things and wait on some parts that are gonna be here tomorrow for wiring and stuff that I can continue on. Just want to get some of the stuff on the frame and the motor done to the point before I put the cab on it to where I can't get to that stuff as easy. So that's the plan. I don't know if you'll see the cab on it in this video or not, but we're gonna be getting close. Max and I are out in the shop today. I'm not doing any welding or grinding, so I figured I'd bring him out and not let him be cooped up in his cage all day. But I'll show you what I've been doing today. It's just kind of been a bunch of little stuff, so I haven't been filming a whole lot. But I got the adapters painted so that I can get the wheels put back on this here this evening. And I went on ahead and cleaned up the air dog. It was very rusty and nasty, so I pulled it all apart and painted it, put some new filters on it, cleaned up the fittings. I got to get some new fuel line to run, obviously up to the engine and then back to the tank and the return and all that stuff. So yeah, Max is out here hanging out today, and we're getting some little stuff done. Also put a set of shocks on it, painted them black as well, and just trying to keep busy doing some stuff until I can put that cab back on it. But Diesel Conversions is sending me the right harness. I'll be here in a couple days for that. But we got some more stuff that showed up today that I can start working on. We got the standalone harness for the chassis from Painless, and got all my starter wire and stuff for my main power wires and everything. Got loom for that. Got battery terminal connectors. Just a bunch of little stuff so I can start running some of the main power wires on this thing, and also start wiring up some of these lights in the back. So just trying to do what I can before the cab goes on to make it easier. Well, little man and I are going to get parts. What do you think, Max? Gonna go help get some parts? He doesn't care. He's just happy to be in the truck. Max and I got back from the parts store. Didn't have everything we needed tonight, so it'll be in the morning. So hold on fuel system stuff for now. We'll finish that up tomorrow. But I could work on wiring, put the wheels and tires on. I might go on and get the wheels and tires on it, because those just bring the whole build together and make it look sweet. So the adapters have to be Loctited on and all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm gonna go on and get those on and get those done, because that's kind of a process to get all that done. You got to torque everything. So we'll get wheels and tires on, get that stuff all done, and then I might work on the getting the battery box stuff hooked up tonight, since I got all the battery cables. So that's the plan. We're trying to film here. Hey, are you helping or are you hurting? You can't. Hey, could I have that, please? Thank you. The wheels and tires back on it. Black on black on black. I think it's going to look pretty good though, as soon as we can get the cab back on it. I mean, still have a little bit of work to do before we can do that, but why don't we go on ahead and get the battery set in it and try to get some battery cables hooked up tonight. Do you enjoy wiring or not really? Just depends. Yeah! Whoa! Well, here's what we determined that the holes that I drilled are too small for the grommets, and the wire doesn't go through it right, and yeah, it's a pain. So I'm gonna have to get me a hole saw so that I can make those bigger, so that a bigger grommet will fit in. So I don't have that, so I think that's where this video is gonna stop. I'm happy with where we got with this video. We got the cab painted, I got the engine painted, got it back in, got a little bit of fuel stuff in, a little bit of wiring, some brake lines. So we're coming together pretty quick. It's going to be pretty fast here. This thing's going to be driving out the door and down the road. So make sure you tune in next week, because this thing's going to start looking a lot like a truck. The cab will be on it, stacks will be on it, tanks will be on it. You'll start to get the final picture what this thing's going to look like. So, but with that being said, we're going to end it off there. So appreciate you guys watching. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.